Our next guest, a female athlete, I had the privilege of testifying with in South Carolina last year. She is a shining example of how what sports can provide for young women. Everyone, Macy Petty.
Yeah!
Well, I know that some people think that saying save women's sports is an exaggeration, as if women's sports are not truly at risk. Well, as a college volleyball player who has had first-hand experiences, let me be very clear. This is not an exaggeration. Women's sports are at risk of disappearing. Good morning, my name is Macy Petty and I'm here representing Young Women for America, the high school and collegiate arm of Concerned Women for America, which is the nation's largest public policy women's organization. I also happen to be an NCAA scholarshiped volleyball player. Since elementary school, I've played volleyball and I absolutely love it. But it's not always been sunshine and butterflies. I remember in elementary school, I would stand outside for hours trying to learn how to overhand serve. But college has had its own hurdles. I've had to endure conditioning tests, weight and speed training, and doing everything that I possibly can to increase my vertical another inch.
Yep.
This means sprints, lifting, and even changing my diet to make sure I'm fueling my body correctly. I'm motivated because I know that other girls in my conference are doing the exact same thing. It's a race to excellence, and every single advantage counts. I'll never forget the day I walked into my first club tryouts and the net felt impossibly high. I tried blocking and I could barely even get my fingertips above the net. I quickly realized this was a boys' net. In the rules of volleyball, the boys' net is 7 inches higher than that of a women's net. This height difference has nothing to do with personality, sexuality, identity, or anything other than biological facts. These 7 inches were there for a reason, and that's because men are born naturally more athletic, and their sports reflect this. If you've ever played volleyball, you know how significant a 1 inch decrease in net height can be. It's an absolute game changer. Suddenly, average volleyball players can hit like All-Americans. Now imagine a male volleyball athlete playing on a net 7 inches shorter. Suddenly, all of that work increasing my vertical doesn't matter anymore. Unfortunately, this is the reality for female athletes competing against men. Biological males are playing on nets 7 inches shorter than men's nets and bringing their biological advantages with them.
Ooh.
I have played my sport against biological men and watched them use their biological advantages to take scholarships and championships from females who have worked so hard. This is not a hypothetical situation. This is happening in many women's sports. It's happening right behind me in the NCAA Division I Women's Swimming and Diving Championships.
Yeah, boo.
My fellow female athletes, we must use our voices to protect the future of girls' sports. If we do not, our daughters and future generations will never know the life-changing and empowering opportunities that come from girls' sports.
Yep.
If feelings are allowed to dictate which team an individual plays on, that protection that women fought for will ultimately dissolve. That fight that has given you and me so many opportunities to learn and grow through sports will suddenly mean nothing anymore. And girls' sports will, in fact, disappear. We must protect women's sports.
Yeah.